If you were to start your career again, what's the best advice you'd give yourself? Here's what some of our guests said in our In Good Company podcast.
I love that question. I think if I would go back all the way back to the beginning, and if I look at what's happened since, there's been so much worrying over nothing in those years. So the advice I would give myself is what actually my mother used to always tell me when I was younger. And she said, you know what, this too shall pass.
That's really easy. Grow others to grow yourself. And so why do I say that? If you master a skill when you have to teach it to other people. So if you learn a skill and then train someone else to do it, you'll be better at that skill. You'll also enable them to grow, and that will push you up to do the next task on the ladder.
Basically, enjoy your life. It's too short. There are such beautiful things in this world. Work is only one part of our life. We should not be wasting our energies on the small things. So go out and smell the roses. That's what I will say.
Trust in your gut, and always choose the right thing, not the cheaper thing, the quicker thing, or the easier thing, to ensure your values remain at the heart of the choices that you make.
Such a good question. First thing I'd say would be to don't stop playing football, because my touch now, it's just not as good as it used to be. So that's the first thing I'd say. And I think the advice that I would give my younger self is to not give in to that voice of imposter syndrome that tells you that you can't do it, and instead uplift that voice that says, maybe it's possible, and just give it a go and just see what happens.
Stop worrying. When at the age of 23, when you start your own business and it starts to grow really quickly, and you feel a huge responsibility to the people that you're giving a job to, and you feel a huge responsibility to the clients who are trusting you to do what they believe you can do really well, it's easy to get into a kind of a worry-driven negative cycle, and I've been in that mode many times in the past, and I just need to throw that away and recognize that what we do works.
Go girl, you're doing the best. Every day when I wake up and go to the bathroom and seeing myself, my reflection in a mirror, I'm saying thank you so much for sticking to your goal and sticking to your rules. And that's why I'm saying go girl.
I have a very interesting relationship with this question. We oftentimes do an exercise, which is write a letter to your 18-year-old self and, answer the question that you've just asked me. And every time I write that letter, I find myself writing a letter that says, hey, 18-year-old self, life's pretty good at the moment. We're pretty content. I don't know that I want to mess with the space-time continuum that would change me as a 51-year-old, person sitting here writing to you and change anything, because I'm content, because things are pretty good. And so if I give you any advice, you might mess that up. So yeah, wouldn't change anything.
So again, take a moment to ask yourself, if you were to start your career again, what's the best advice you'd give yourself? To find out more about Impact, or to see our full In Good Company podcast series, follow the links in the description.